Going over the loadout, the gun is irrelevant, so let's talk melee. Now, most people are going to choose the knife because it does more damage for longer versus the baseball bat, but I'm going to throw a curveball at you, and I guess it's a good thing we've got a baseball bat because baseball bat better. Now, you can still do it with the knife, but it's just not as reliant as the baseball bat for this challenge, which I'll explain here in a moment. So the field upgrade, healing aura, and ether shroud are your only options here, but if you do run ether shroud, make sure that you take off the augments known as void sheath and burst dash. Both of these will fail your challenge. Also, looking at augments for melee macchiato, I'd recommend vampiric extraction and stick and move, as those are the meta for this challenge. If you don't have them, it's okay, you can still do it, just know that it's going to take you a little bit longer to complete this challenge. Now, the last thing I want to go over is the tacticals and lethals. The tactical, just run something that doesn't hurt zombies in case you have a desk pop or some freak accident happens and you don't actually kill the zombies. Now, as for the lethal, run whatever you want. Obviously, if you have combat axes already unlocked, go ahead and put those on. But if you don't worry, you don't have to wait until you unlock them to do this challenge. You don't even have to use them in the challenge. And most likely, you'll probably find one on the ground anyways. But like I said, you don't have to use them, so it's not that important. But that's the loadout. And now I want to go over all the confusion for this challenge. There is a ton of misinformation and theories and things that fail it, things that don't. So I wanted to go over and make it very clear what fails and what doesn't fail the challenge. So let's get into it. Alright, so I am here on round 1 ready to start the Dark Ops calling card challenge, Sticks and Stones, which requires us to reach round 25 using only our melee weapons, combat axes, and melee macchiato. So first things first, we want to go ahead and retire our gun, even if it looks cool like mine. We're not using it, so melee weapons only. Now, I wanted to take a moment, I'm sorry if this kind of drags on for a second here, but I wanted to take a moment to really go over all of the confusion on this challenge. It's one of the most debated challenges so far that I've seen, and there is a bunch of confusion. So I wanted to clear up all of that and make this much, much simpler. So first of all, when you melee the zombie, make sure it says zombie melee kill. For manglers, it should say special melee kill. Abominations, it'll say elite melee kill. It has to say melee kill. That is the thing that actually affects this challenge. If it doesn't, you fail, okay? So you need to get good at reading the chat while playing, so welcome to my world. But keep an eye on that feed and make sure that it says melee kill. So in a moment, I'm going to go over exactly how to kill the zombies to guarantee the melee kill, which might seem obvious, but it is annoying. You will get to like round 20 and then you'll mess up and you'll wish that you're doing what I'm doing. So before I do that, I wanted to also clarify all the things that people have claimed might fail this challenge and just kind of go down the list. So now that you know exactly what affects this challenge, that means everything else is fair game. So like power-ups, abominations killing zombies, buying armor, upgrading the rarity on your weapon, or pack-a-punching, not using all three like melee, macchiato, combat axe, and also your melee weapon. You can do one or all three, it doesn't matter. Okay? The only thing that matters is that it says melee kill. Now, obviously, for the combat axe, it might say something different, but that's different. So the melee kill is the only thing. If it says zombie critical kill, you failed. And even if you meleeed the zombie and it says critical kill, you failed. So that's everything I wanted to kind of go over. You can use field upgrades, you can pick up nukes, you can do all that. So I just want to clear up all that stuff. So now let's go over exactly how to kill the zombies easily and things to avoid. So when you're killing on these, I mean, pretty much for the entire challenge, what I did was I crouch. And so the crouch almost always allows you to get the melee kill because this game has weird melee hits. It's like, it like drags your cursor up or whatever. And so if you crouch, it's going to guarantee that you get the melee kill. Or make it a lot less likely that you get a critical kill. So crouch walk, I do that for the whole challenge. That's how I did it. And I also wanted to mention that these environmental zombies, as I call them, those guys are not required, but because I will get a crawler out of this, I'll show you how to kill crawlers, because sometimes that happens with the abominations, and if you do it wrong, you'll end up failing on a pretty high round from those points. So let's let this guy get unstuck for a second. I'll show you how to kill the crawler. Okay, so he's freed himself. So we don't want to melee him from the front, as that will almost always give you a critical kill. So what we want to do, let me take out this guy. What we want to do is kind of go behind him in melee, but he's going to turn as you go. So what you have to do is be quick about it and run behind and hit him on, like I aim for the back, like right here. Just smack him on the butt, basically. And that will almost always. Now, that's not going to be a very common thing, but when the abominations spawn, they will create crawlers every so often. So I felt like we should go over how to kill the crawlers. But back on track, avoid the environmental zombies. They're in weird spots, and most likely you'll end up getting a critical kill, so just don't even kill those guys. Just leave them alone. And that's how I go about it. I crouch, I kill the normal zombies. I'll show you the manglers and abominations when we get to those, because those are also a little tricky, and I'll show you a fail-safe way to get that. So right now, we've gone over everything, we've cleared up all the confusion, so let's get on track with the round progressions and what to do. Alright, so I've made it to the end of round 4 here, just doing our crouch method, and you'll probably have noticed at this point that the baseball bat sucks. It's like a 3-hit kill on round 4, it's crazy. So you're probably wondering why I said baseball bat's better. Well, first of all, it has a faster melee attack, like this, but also in extensive testing, which I mean I did it for like a couple hours, I was killing manglers, and manglers were really tricky with the knife as it'll kind of lock on. It has a weird box of hitting, but the baseball bat is much more consistent with not getting critical kills, and I promise you it's going to be a one-hit kill by like round 8, so it's not going to even really matter on the weakness. It's just these first few rounds is kind of annoying, but it won't take long for this thing to become a one-hit kill just like the knife does. So that's why I chose the baseball bat. Secondly, I wanted to also mention that cars exploding or things like that would actually fail the challenge as well. I'd forgotten to mention that when I was going over the confusion stuff. So cars exploding are a no-go, which means that you want to make sure that your mangler is not shooting cars next to your zombies. That will also fail the challenge. So with that out of the way, let's get into where I'm going. So by round 4 or 5, we're going to have a vermin round here in a minute, so I'll go over how to kill the vermin, as those are also kind of annoying. But first things first, you want to go ahead and get salvage and upgrade your weapon at least once. We're going to be racing to purple and pack 2. That's our main goal. And by purple and pack 2, that'll be a one-hit melee for the entire challenge. So that's the highest tier stuff you should have to get. So it's not too bad. But essentially, I just go this route. I just get all the free money I can. And all we're going to do is put all of our money towards packing our weapon and buying doors before we buy any other perks or something. But our first purchase will be melee macchiato. So once we get this, it's going to be all of our money going towards pack to get it up to pack 2, and then we'll buy perks. So let me end the round, and then I'll pick up with melee macchiato and where we'll go from there. Well, Fate had different ideas, and I got a vermin round, so now we're going to showcase the vermin. So this is annoying, but the way to do it is to aim for the right side, like their legs right there, and that will almost always give you a consistent melee kill as opposed to a critical kill. These guys, I mean, it's like 90% of the time you're going to get a melee kill, but there is a chance. So what you do is you just aim for the right there. I don't know if you saw that, but I'm just aiming at their legs, basically, and that's going to almost always allow you to get the melee kill. So that's how you kill vermin, and like I said, I'll pick up with melee macchiato. Alright, so I made it to the end of round 8, again, just doing our crouch method, and I wanted to point out a couple things as the round gets more progressed. So first off, it is always It's always in your best interest to kill on a level playing surface. So like if they're on stairs, don't kill like this, as you will hit the headshot sometimes. So I always just wait for them to get on the same level as me, and then I kill them. That's the safest way to go. So if they're like on these cars and stuff and they're climbing, just let them get down. Let them get down, crouch, and kill. Next thing on the list is the groundskeeper that spawns in the cemetery. Do not kill him. That will fail your challenge as well, as it does not count as a melee kill for whatever reason. So that is a no-go as well. And then now you'll see that I've got melee macchiato, green weapon. You'll have that by about round 5 or so, right? And it's a one-hit kill up until, 8, 9, 10, so it's pretty good after you get melee macchiato. But now we're going to go ahead and keep upgrading our gun and get Pack-a-Punch, and we have enough. You should have enough by round 8 at least to have blue rarity. I know there's the Easter egg up there where you can get wrenches, but there is a chance the grenade could miss and kill zombies, or meat could hurt the zombies, so if you feel like going for it, go for it, but it's not really needed, so why risk it, right? Plus, we're not going to be able to use all the goodies anyways. So with all that out of the way, this is our main camping area over here. This is going to be our main spot. So what you want to do here is, first of all, leave the bowling alley door closed. That's only one more spawn point, and it's going to kind of ruin it. So leave that closed for the whole challenge. Lastly, if you are able to, you can blow up the car, but make sure it doesn't kill zombies. I personally left it alone for when I did it, and it didn't ever blow up. because anytime I ever had a mangler, I dealt with him over on this side of the map, and I just didn't want that car to blow up. So if you don't feel comfortable with it, go ahead and blow it up away from zombies to get that out of the way, as that's the only real problem in this area. So now that we've gone over exactly how to survive here, we are going to progress rounds until we get a purple bat as well as a pack 2 bat. So the only thing left to go over really is to showcase the strategy on running around this area as the rounds go higher, and how to take out manglers and abominations. So I will see you in a moment with the next part of this challenge. Alright, so I'm on round 11 here, and I got my first mangler, so now it's time to showcase how to kill the manglers. This is honestly the one that will ruin the whole challenge more likely than any other zombie, as you cannot one-tap him on the cannon, which is his weak spot. So there is a way that I've figured out how to get this pretty consistently. It is a little bit of a risk every time you do this, as you might fail, but I think if you do it this way, you shouldn't have any issues really. So what you want to do is kind of get crouched first off, get crouched. We're going to aim for his shins here, and if you can bait him to swing like that, wait till he's done swinging and then hit him in the shin. And what that's going to do is, if he's doing the cannon, our bat's going to lock onto it and most likely kill him and will fail. So we want to let him, whenever he's meleeing at us. See how it locks up and it goes straight up? You don't want that to happen, so just do one at a time. So he melees, I hit him in the shin, and we get the special zombie melee. So that's how you deal with them. Take it slow. I usually save them for the end of the round once I clear them out, and that doesn't, it makes me have more time to do it. So our next step is to get double pack, so I'll see you in just a moment when we get to double pack. I know I said we were getting double pack, but I thought of something that might be helpful for you guys, the combat axe. The reason you would ever use it, really, it's a OP weapon, or a tactical, lethal, sorry. It's a very OP lethal, and so on these rounds, it's really convenient because you can just clear out like a whole horde. And it's also really helpful on the zombie rounds as well for clearing out hordes. So if you're struggling with melee, just do this if you have a combat axe. I was lucky enough to pick one up from earlier, but it's a really meta one, and it's always a one-hit on zombies. So if you want to do this challenge mostly with your combat axe, that's also fine. It kills zombies, it does a lot. Just, use whatever you want. Just don't do it on the manglers or the abominations. You want to definitely get the melee kill on those. So I'm going to get double pack, and I'll see you in a moment. I promise this time. Alright, so I've gotten double pap, and I wanted to showcase why I chose the augments for Melee Macchiato, the Vampiric and Stick-and Move. So Vampiric gives us health back, which, now that our bat's a one-hit kill, you're probably still wondering why I chose the baseball bat really. It's for the speed, and pairing that with the Vampiric one, it's going to make your life so much better. So you can just sit here and just rapid, and keep an eye on your health bar, because the red screen doesn't always line up with your actual health. So you can see I can just sit here and take damage after damage, and it doesn't matter, because every time I melee, I just get health back. So this is why I chose the baseball bat, is for the sheer speed of meleeing. Right? See how easy that was? So that's how we're going to complete the higher rounds easily and quickly. So that's a look at why I chose the augments. And now at this point, our baseball bat's going to be a one-hit kill for a while, and once we get purple on it, it'll be a one-hit for the entire thing, except for abominations. So I'll carry on with this challenge with this abomination just spawned at the end of the round. I'll show you how to deal with that. Okay, so at this point you should have enough money to have double packed and buy a couple perks. I usually get Jug and Speed. Speed mainly for the armor plates. It's a lot faster to do that. So get your perks, get set up, and now we are ready to tackle the abomination. First thing, if it kills all the zombies, you're going to start a new round. So try to get it down to a few zombies, but leave a handful just in case he goes on a rampage. And what we're going to do is move in close and melee the side of him. You don't want to melee the mouth. Even though that's the weak spot, it won't count as a melee kill sometimes. If you were to burst one of the heads as he died, it'll count as a critical kill or something like that. So just melee the foot, and you just get in there, do some damage, and then back up. You can see he's not taking a lot of damage. As we upgrade our weapon, it'll be a lot better. But with Vampiric Extraction, we can just cruise through it, and see, even though we're taking damage, I can just get that health back. when he gets down to the last little bar of health, find a good window like now, and melee him on the side, and you'll see Elite Zombie melee kill. It has to say melee kill, remember. So now we've gone over how to kill everything. We've gone over the things that can fail this and don't fail this. And at this point, it really is just upgrading our bat to purple, which we will do at the next round, and just getting to round 25. So I will tune in once I've gotten my bat turned into purple, and I'll showcase like a higher round just in case you are struggling with that. And I'll show you how to deal with the manglers and zombies at the same time and all that stuff. So I'll see you in a moment. I'm going to showcase one more mangler now that our bat is purple and pack 2. This is the most we'll upgrade. So I wanted to showcase what that looks like when it's a one-hit kill, most likely. So you got to be a little bit more careful that you do the exact strategy. Otherwise, you might one-hit kill him and fail. So, again, crouch, let him melee you. As soon as he's done, aim for his shin, and you should have no problem. Always aim for his foot or shin area after he melees, and you will always get the right hitbox. So, let's continue on. I'll showcase the higher rounds and go over, a couple more things. So, I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I got to the end of round 19 and an abomination spawned for me. I want to point out that there's probably going to be 3 abominations. This will be the second one. The third one, if you get lucky, you'll be able to just progress rounds. But personally, I like to finish the job, and I'm going to kill the third one as well. But you might get lucky and it'll spawn on like round 24, and you can just finish the round and get the challenge and skip it. But here's another example of just killing it, especially now that our weapon is much higher rarity. So we have to be a little bit more cautious. So again, get it down to like a handful of zombies. Go for the side here. I just never melee anywhere other than the... Okay, get off the light pole. Always aiming for that shoulder right there. Back here. This is funny. Alright, this will be it right there. Okay, so it's really, it's kind of just tedious. It's not really hard, but just aim for the shoulder, you'll have no issues. One more example, just because I like to be thorough. One more mangler example with a one-hit kill bat. Avoid the cannon. Let him melee. Oh, okay, not that melee. There we go. On the shin, and he's done. So, that's all these showcases of manglers I'll do. I'll show you the last abomination, and then we'll wrap this thing up on round 24. This isn't part of the guide. I just wanted to showcase that I unlocked gold because I'm just that cool. Alright, moving on. Okay, I am at the end of round 24. This round is a little bit hectic as you'll get an abomination most likely. You'll get 2 manglers and the whole horde of zombies. So the best way to play this is just to kill down all the zombies, get it to like where you have 3 or 4, then take out the manglers, and then that's where you're at, or that's where I'm at right now, which I have a couple zombies and an abomination. Now, like I said, you can just end the round and get the challenge if you don't want to deal with it, which is probably the safe route, but I don't like to do things that way, right? I like to go and finish the job, because why am I going to let this abomination control me? So, whatever you feel like doing, that's fine. And while I'm killing this guy, I wanted to point out that if you go down, it's okay, it's not going to fail. Just go get another self-revive, and that's that. Like, there's no, like, just because it says survive till round 25 doesn't mean that you have to, only stay alive. You can go down. So, with that out of the way, now I can end the challenge. I hope that this helped you. I hope that, you can get this challenge done. It's not hard once you know what to do, but it is one of those annoying ones where if you melee the wrong way, you'll end up failing. So I wanted to be kind of thorough with this and to show you every aspect of this challenge that you can get this done easily. And, while you're getting your camos on your bat, you can go ahead and get this done. So with all that out of the way, my name is Absoulem. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. If you have any other challenges that you want to see or any kind of guides you need for Black Ops 6, let me know in the comments. I will be more than happy to put that together for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.